Girl, the Master Key with ElectricDollarBills.com. I'm back with you guys for another video. So lately I have been getting quite a bit of messages and emails and things like that, and a lot of people are asking, hey, I'm looking to get my business going. I'm getting to get started into this entry-level thing that people are doing called wholesaling, or even people who are looking to acquire properties and they just don't know how to get, people who wants to sell their property, and they're called motivated sellers. So I have a lot of people that's asking me about, hey, how do I find motivated sellers? So I figured it was an awesome time to make a video about ways to find motivated sellers. Okay, so let's dive right into it. There is a bunch of ways that you can find motivated sellers. I'm going to go over a few of my favorite that I have used in the past to find motivated sellers for my wholesale deals, and even for some of my buy and hold deals. Because you got to remember, when you're acquiring properties for purchase, whether you're buying them cash, or you're getting financing, or you're doing like seller financing or land contracts and all of these other things, you still want great deals. Like, that's one of the most important things, that'll make or break you in your business, the purchase price, okay? So regardless of what you're doing with these properties, you want great deals, all right? And the way that you find great deals is by finding motivated people, motivated sellers who are willing to sell their properties for a deep discount, or pennies on the dollar. So like I said, I'm gonna go through a couple of ways that I have used in the past that has been successful for me to find great deals. So one way that I find great deals is Bandit Signs. Okay, so and I'm starting there because that's how I found my very first deal. How long ago was that? Over 6 years ago. What was it, 6 years ago? No, it was 5 years ago. Let's just say 5 years. So how I found my very first deal 5 years ago was with a Bandit Sign, and it was crazy, guys. I didn't know what I was doing. I had watched a couple YouTube videos. I maybe had purchased a training for a couple of $100s or something, and they were saying do these Bandit Signs. So I went and ordered Bandit Signs. I got in my car. Back then I was doing it by myself. Later on I brought a partner in with me, and I would drive and they would go put the signs up, or vice versa. They would drive and I would hop out and put the signs up. But back when I first started, guys, it was just me on my own. So I was driving, I would pull over to the side, put my hazards on, grab my keys, remember to lock my doors because I was in, some questionable areas in my city, and I would hop out with my hammer, my nails, and my Bandit Sign, and I would be the one putting it up on boards. Now, if you guys don't know what Bandit Signs is, I'll put it in a picture so you guys can see. And basically, your Bandit Sign should have your phone number, we buy houses cash for properties, sell your house quick, just some type of message that you want to get out to the general public. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, it's 2021. Like, back when I started, it was like 2014, 2015, 2016. Back then, Bandit Signs was working really, really well for me. I mean, I've done so many deals with Bandit Signs, okay, over the years, but right now I don't do them at all because unfortunately they just don't work as well for me. But it depends on what market you're in. I'll be honest with you. Some markets, you'll be wasting your time. You'll put your Bandit Sign up, they'll tear it right down, okay? So it'll be a waste of time. You'll get no calls. But some markets are still very, very hot with Bandit Signs. I'll be honest with you. So it's all gonna determine your market, okay? If you in an area where you see a lot of Bandit Signs, then Bandit Signs probably work really well in those areas, and those are the areas that you should put up Bandit Signs. Just make sure yours sticks out, okay? I use these big yellow ones with green printed on it, and the reason why mine stood out is because the average Bandit Sign was like pretty small, right? People could barely see the number, they could barely read the message. So I blew mine up. Mine was very big, you know, so people could see it very easily, and I did tremendously well with those. So Bandit Signs is one way that you definitely can find motivated sellers. Like I said, I've closed a ton of deals over the years with Bandit Signs. In fact, my very first property I was able to get for $6,000. And I didn't know what I was doing. I ended up finding a buyer for it, and I made a nice little profit based on what I was making back then at my regular job. But now, with how the market is today, I could probably sell that $6,000 property for probably like $26,000 right now. I could make 20 on that, opposed to back then it wasn't that the market wasn't that high. So, but I was able to make a few $1,000s. I'll just say that on that property. So yes, then that seller was very motivated if he was willing to sell his property in a hot upcoming area for $6,000 to me, an inexperienced novice investor. Okay. So the second way that you can find motivated sellers that I have used personally over the years is direct mail. Now, I was very, very skeptical about direct mail when I started because I had been doing Bandit Signs, right? But I just couldn't get anything consistently going. You know, I would do a few deals here, a few deals there, but I couldn't really like figure out how to consistently do deals every single month. And with direct mail, that is a way that you can. If you put out a specific number of direct mail letters or postcards, you're going to get a certain amount of you're going to have a certain conversion rate, and you're going to be able to tell very easily how many deals that you're going to get. But you just have to be very consistent with that. And also, direct mail is on it's a little more expensive than Bandit Signs, okay? Especially if you're leaving your Bandit sign out there. You can put one Bandit sign up that can stay up for months, you know, opposed to mail. You're gonna have to send that mail out several times. But direct mail campaigns, they work, they're efficient. I have used them a ton in the past, and I have closed a ton of deals with direct mail. So it definitely works. You can get right to the seller. You can speak to them, and this is something that you call warm. It's a warm lead. Actually, both of these ways are warm leads, and warm leads are really good because you're not cold calling someone. They're reaching out to you because they've seen your message and they're interested in selling. So that's why these two ways work extremely well. So if you want to learn a little bit more about direct mail, just stay tuned. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content. I'm going to be doing some free trainings and things like that to like get more in depth into how to do direct mail. But just to talk about it just a little bit, you'll pretty much pull a list, and what type of list to pull and things like that. Like I said, we'll have to go deeper because I can't get all of that out in this short video. This video isn't going to be that long. But we'll go into like what type of list that you want to target and things like that. But you find a list that you want to target, you pull it on they have sites that offer data. Data is going to be very important. I'll go into some of those websites and things like that later in a later date on some of those trainings. And you just mail that list. You send them either postcards or letters. I'll let you guys know when postcards is good. I'll let you know when letters are better, depending on which niche and what type of list and things like that. So direct mail is a great way to find motivated sellers. And then, like I just mentioned earlier, cold calling is also a way that you can find motivated sellers. So instead of wasting time waiting for people to call you back, when you send them a letter or a postcard, you can actually pull those same lists with that same data, and you can skip trace it to get their phone numbers, email address, whatever. And you can, sit down and call that list, or you can hire somebody to call that list for you, and you can get that person right on the phone instead of having to wait for them to call you, or even going through the risk of them not even getting your letter or your postcard. So you can just call them, get them on the phone, and say, hey, do you want to sell your house? You can talk to them right then and there. But obviously that is a cold lead. it's not a warm lead like the first 2 ways. And now in and now in 2021, with all the great technology and advancements that we have right now, you can even send text messages and voicemail drops to those lists, which sends these people messages letting them know to call you. And you can do that as well, so you don't have to spend time sitting there calling that list. So those are some ways that you can get motivated sellers in 2021. I have closed deals all of these type of ways, and you can too. Oh, and I'm gonna give you guys a bonus way that works really well. I've closed some great deals and found some great motivated sellers this way as well. And it is looking for sale by owner signs. So when you're in your area and you're riding around, if you see these signs, for sale by owner, go ahead and call that person. And the great thing about these, you already know that the person wants to sell. You don't have to fight and try to talk them into if they are interested in selling. You know that they already have some reason that they have thought about selling, and for whatever reason they don't want to list with the realtor or anything like that. So you can go ahead and get these signs, call these people up. I've closed deals with these signs multiple times. I've gotten great checks. I've gotten great leads and deals off of these signs. You do not want to sleep on them. You want to be looking for them. So that is another bonus way on how to find motivated sellers. I hope this video has helped somebody get motivated to go ahead and start taking some action on finding leads and talking to some sellers and getting some agreements in place and closing some deals awesomely. So if this video gave you any type of value, please go ahead and like it, share it with somebody who you think that it might help. And also just, subscribe to the channel if this is the type of content that you are into and you want to learn, because we're going to be dropping some stuff here. Like I said, we're going to do some free trainings. I'm going to, help you guys and get you some guides and things like that, just to, paint all of this out, because I know you guys need details. These videos are cool to get you started, to get the wheels turning, but obviously you need to, know in detail more of how to get a lot of this stuff done. So I want you to know I am here for you. Whatever you need, we're gonna go ahead and get her done for you. And just liking this video and sharing it is a way that I can, get to more people. So there's definitely people out there that wants to learn how to get started in real estate investing that just don't know how yet. So sharing this video and liking it is going to help it get to that person who's online right now and they're just trying to figure it out. So please do that, because it definitely helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified as I upload videos. So until the next time, guys, I'll see you on the next video, and welcome to the Money Club.